under natural circumstances, the majority of women would reject the majority of males. And even if you looked at the top male, right, that male would get the privilege of being around the majority of women. And the weak male who couldn't elevate, who couldn't show that he was mentally powerful, disciplined, he would fail. He wouldn't make it, right? And that's just the reality of it. And what's happening right now is that women are getting their rights now. And the artificial mechanisms are falling. And a lot of these dudes who were given things ain't giving it no more. And they can't function in a competitive environment. They don't know how to do it. And they're upset. They're mad. Because they feel entitled to jobs. They feel entitled to promotion. They feel entitled to sex. They feel entitled to family. But men ain't supposed to be given nothing. The male's ultimate nature and job is survival of the fittest. He either survives or he dies. Too many people are trying to protect the male from his ultimate nature. Sink or swim.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. And I swear to God, I'm going to get this shit printed on a t-shirt by the end of the year, right? This is why they don't let bitches speak in Afghanistan. The reason I say that is because I was watching this video on YouTube, and the woman said that men are being relegated to their natural position, right? Or natural circumstances in the world where only the strong survive and men are forced to compete. And the ones that can't compete, they are relegated to failure. While she's right about that particular point, she's wrong about how men were given shit, especially since the fact that she's black. So we could just off the muscle can start right with her demographic or our demographic, my demographic. Black people, especially black men, ain't been given shit. Not even basketball players. Any nigga that's an athlete had to work to get that shit. He had to slam dunk and all that shit. Now he did compete, but he wasn't given that shit. He had to basically compete in junior varsity team, college ball. He had to be miraculous on the court. So she's right in that instance that men are forced to compete. I'm not going to argue that point. That'd be stupid. And I'm actually a big proponent of men competing in the marketplace, in sports, and anything. What take issue with is that she starts off that says that majority of men wouldn't be accepted or liked by majority of women. Now that's a stupid, gross overstatement. She also goes on to say that the artificial mechanisms that were put in place to help men are falling. I don't know what this is why they shouldn't let stupid, illiterate, dumb hood motherfuckers get the internet, because they start talking nonsensical shit that doesn't make sense. What is falling? Bitch, if anything, there's been more shit created. The apparatus of the internet is bigger than it was. Information is actually expansive. Men have more skills than they did 15 years ago. Just look at your favorite SoundCloud rapper. That's an apparatus that didn't exist 15 years ago. Most black women between the ages of 18 and 50 are fucking stupid. This shit don't make sense. What the fuck mechanisms are falling? More niggas are getting recruited in the NBA because of the internet. That's an apparatus that didn't exist, or it wasn't as functional as it is right now 25 years ago. That's a fucking fact. Yeah, the bitch goes on to say that people are trying to protect the male. Who the fuck is protecting men from anything? If anything, people are trying to protect women. Women are out here with no accountability, talking out their ass on shit that doesn't make any logical sense. They're not getting married at the same rate. So if anything, people are trying to protect women. That's probably why more women are turning to be whores, because they can't do it the traditional way. Men aren't accepting garbage and hoes to be their wife. That's a fucking fact. She goes on to say that women are getting it right. No, ma'am. Women are becoming whores. Becoming a whore is the right thing to do. And I guess, c'est la vie. She's also saying that in the natural world, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, I guess without technology, the primitive world or antiquity, that majority of women wouldn't choose majority of men. That's not actually true, ma'am. In the natural world, without police and technology and civilized laws, most women would be food for men. Women would cling on to the semblance of protection and provision. that they saw. Stop playing. Bitches in the hood throw pussy for $40 because niggas got $40. Bitch, not the other way around. These hoes are stupid. This one in particular, I don't trust a bitch with a gold front. She's an idiot with gold teeth. Not saying that women with gold teeth are stupid. This one just has a slug right here. And for all y'all that don't know what a fucking slug is, a slug is a goddamn permanent gold tooth. Anybody that puts permanent gold teeth in their mouth ain't the smartest motherfuckers I want to talk to. And why this stupid hoe is up here on the internet talking, and yes, she probably has a bigger following than me, I don't give a fuck. It's too many fucking idiots on the internet just talking because it sounds sweet. Like, she sounds idiotic. Men aren't choosing women. That's a statistical fact. They're not getting wifed and married. Hell, birth rates are low. What the fuck is she talking about? The only men in this world or in this society right now that's not being liked by majority of women are common man. Majority of women nowadays between 18 and 30, they have a Harley Jezebel whore mentality. Most bitches sells pussy on OnlyFans. Hell, most women think it's advantageous to sell sex as opposed to get a degree. Now, while most women still have a degree, there is a gross acceleration of women that sell pussy, showcase pussy all over social media and the internet. Wasn't the case when it was just porn stars and bitches that could upload videos on Pornhub and X videos. Also, I take issue at any woman, namely black women, but any woman critiquing men as to like the situation of men without acknowledging the situation with the common woman, namely black women, because I'm only speaking about black people. While I'm a black man, I primarily interface with black people. I date primarily black women, so I have a problem when black women say certain shit and neglect to mention other shit, right? Like, so she says that men are forced to compete. No problem there. Men should compete. No problem there. Men's natural function is to compete in society, right? I got no problem with that. I have a problem with a bitch saying that men that were given shit, especially black men, weren't given shit. Now, she's speaking about white men that were given things like opportunity, networks, and connections, and even job promotions that they didn't outright earn, other than the fact that they know the hiring manager or upper management. I have a problem with that because she don't know them. And from this woman's accent and vernacular, and even though she sounds classy and a woman that is very refined or articulate, this bitch from the streets, I know what it looked like. So I can tell when somebody is just talking from a space of their lack of experience. They're making up scenarios. They have no real world experience with that. Like, I don't think this woman worked in corporate America to know that even white men were given shit, even though a lot of them are. She's generalizing the plight of non-black men, and she's on a platform that's primarily catered to black people, but mostly hood niggas. So I can assess from right there is that she probably is speaking from perspective of inexperience, or like she's never experienced white men getting shit just because, even though some of them do. And Donald Trump is a good ass example of one. That's what I take issue. She doesn't really know. One, if the interviewer was smart, he would have asked, what men are you talking about? Because you damn sure ain't talking about black men giving anything in society. Not movie roles, not job promotions, not athletic positions, not even contracts and record deals. Ain't giving shit. Niggas got to go and perform underground. Meek Mills had to rap and battle for 13 years before he got signed. So we could stop pretending like niggas is just out here getting freebies. You know what I'm saying? Even Bone Thugs and Harmony had to sell dope and hustle till they was about 18, 19. Take a fucking ticket all the way to LA, knock on random celebrity door before they even met Eazy-E. So they weren't giving shit. Niggas had to work for that shit. Tupac had to start as a roadie for Digital Underground. He had to appear on their record. People had to like him. He had to shop his demo before he was ultimately signed by Interscope. This bitch sounds stupid to say that men, without specifying what group of men, were given shit. Because it damn sure, like I said, wasn't black men. Also, she's neglecting to mention that the average woman, younger woman, 10 years her senior or 20 years her senior, has a whore mentality. They sell pussy. They chase rappers. They fuck rappers. They're not trying to find a nigga that works in an office. They're not looking for that mortgage loan officer. They're not looking for that financial analyst, data collector. They're not even looking for tech guys. There's a lot of black men that make over $100,000 in tech right now. The average black woman isn't seeking them out. Now, the average Indian woman is, or Asian woman, or even white woman are seeking these gentlemen out. Most black women are. They're chasing rappers or drug dealers. Most of these bitches in the hood and even suburban corporate job working bitches got kids by a Pookie or a Ray Ray. And if they don't, it's a wannabe Pookie or Ray Ray. So we can stop pretending like black women are looking for this. It's a small sliver of it's a small sliver of educated women that are seeking educated men. Hell, even educated women in Houston, Texas was chasing fucking Drake. I'm assuming it's the same thing in the 6 in Canada. So, like, I don't know what the fuck this woman, she's literally omitting certain elements and variables in the equation that just it don't add up. Like, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, Black Hollywood, the music capital of the world, or at least right now with hip hop, right? It has been for the last 20 years. I see the terrain. I see most girls that are 19, 20 trying to chase Lil Baby. Hell, was in the bar and a bitch even was in, like, this was a few years ago, even said that she wouldn't mind hooking up with Lil Baby. This bitch was 40 something years old. I think at the time she was like 42, 43. He's not like, you literally have women in their mid 40s or 50s thinking they could lock a rapper down or at least throw him some pussy. You gotta know that this bitch is 20 or 30 years younger than him, thinking the same way. In any event, it's been my thoughts, ideas, and opinions on this, and I really wish this stupid monkey bitch would stop giving out advice or stop giving her motherfucking opinion and leaving certain shit out. Anyways, I'm out. No.